Thor: The Dark World. This is the 8th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a sequel to Thor, the Avengers, and Iron Man 3. So the plot, there's the Dark Elves who are led by Malekith. They go and try to return the entire universe to just a state of darkness. And to do that, they need the ether, which the red thingy that's an Infinity Stone that gets absorbed into Natalie Portman's body. And so, you know, Thor has to enlist Loki's help to defeat Malekith. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the premise. Yeah, so, I think that the ether getting absorbed into Jane's body thing, that sort of worked. It just wasn't really, I don't know, I think they could have done it some other way. I do get why Thor needs Loki. Yeah, for the characters, there's Thor, and he grows even more, and he grows into not wanting the throne, which is kind of cool. He has a little bit, 'cause he's like, well, I love Jane, but I'm gonna be, when she's dead, and I'm gonna outlive her by a long time. And so her father's like, oh, go for Sif, and he's like, nah. Yeah. So yeah, there's Jane, who's funny. Portman and Hemsworth have really good chemistry together. You know, then there's Loki. Tom Hiddleston is still great as Loki. You know, he still has the still looks like him. And it's just creepy. I like his redemption arc that ended up going pretty much nowhere. Eric Selvig, played by Stellan Skarsgård. You know, he just pretty much went crazy because of the events in the Avengers that he was in. I get him. I mean, you know, he's somewhat important. Yeah. Malekith, and she was played by Christopher Eccleston, who is a good villain. I mean, Christopher Eccleston can be really creepy. He's just so overshadowed by Loki, though, you don't get any time to connect with him, or relate to him, or really have any development for him whatsoever. And there's Darcy, who's played by Kat Dennings. You know, she's funny, of course. I like seeing her because she's actually more important in this, you know. In the first Thor movie, there's that she's just there, that it doesn't really do anything, and it's cool because she's important in this. Frigga, who is Rene Russo's character, she's got a bigger role. We get to see how much she actually cares for Loki, and that she is willing to forgive him after all he's done. You know, he's the father of Thor. He's the All-Father is what they call him. He's the Almighty. And so, you know, he's a good character. I just wish he had a little bit more development. Skip right here to skip the spoilers. I actually was somewhat sad when Frigga died. I mean, she shouldn't have. You know, I think they should have had more time for her and Thor to connect, and had more time for her to develop as a character. I was sad when Loki died, but no, they had to go and bring him back to life. You know, he had a good, solid redemption arc in this movie. You know, he's like, I screwed up really bad in Thor. I screwed up really bad in the Avengers. No, I'm gonna redeem myself from this. But then he's like, oh nope, I just, you know, pretended to die so I can go and take over Asgard, because Tom Hiddleston's likable, but he's just getting overused. Yeah. So yeah, the climax was cool, but the overall plot was just a little bit complicated. Now that I've watched this for a second time, I realize it's not really, but yeah, I do like the scene where Heimdall fights the Dark Elves. You know, Heimdall, Idris Elba, you know, he's just standing there and he's looking, and he's like, he doesn't see anything, but then he just starts running down the ramp that goes to the Bifrost, and just runs up on top of one of the pillars on the bridge, and just jumps off, just falling through the air, stabs his sword into the air, and just ends up dragging down the spaceship that was invisible the whole time, and that's just awesome. So all in all, this is a good sequel, but not quite as good as the first. The only reason I'm saying that is because, to me, the first Thor movie was really good. I like that a lot. I like that more than I like the first Iron Man movie. I just think that was a really good movie. The plot was a little bit convoluted, and it should have had more Malekith. I'd say this movie is worth buying on DVD. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.